Now, how on earth do you turn a $500 a month ad budget into $42,000 in revenue for a small local paving company? Spoiler alert, it's not luck, and it is definitely not about showing everyone and their mom your ads. I'm gonna show you how I made one hyper-targeted campaign that generates high-ticket estimates for $76 each. I'm gonna show you how you can do the exact same even with a tiny ad budget. I work with this client for a short time every year based on the season, and as you can see here, in a May, June, July, in a 3-month period, they spent a little under $1,500. So about a $1,500 total ad spend over 3 months, about $500 a month. And we got 19 estimates at $76 each. And spending less than $20 a day, we had a CPC of almost $10. That is 2 clicks a day. I'm going to show you how all this is possible, okay? So for this business, just for this season in 2024, I was able to generate them $42,000 in sales. This is using first-party data and talking with the owners on our bi-weekly calls. So here's how I did this. First, when I'm working with any local service business that has several services and they have a small budget, it is extremely crucial for me as the agency owner to make sure that I'm setting the right expectations with my client. And it's that we're only going to be advertising one service, and that we're also not going to be advertising all over the place, but instead we want to actually stick to the real local area so we can compete the best. So this client told me that they wanted to do commercial paving or residential paving. And I made the decision with this team that we're going to advertise for residential paving because based on all my Google Ads experience, I know there are a lot more consumer Google searches for residential paving compared to something like commercial paving, because using Google Ads to sell business to business is much more difficult than it is when you're selling business to consumer. So after deciding that we were going to advertise for residential driveways, I went ahead and did my keyword research. I found keywords that had the most search volume, and I made ads that I thought would appeal to this local, smaller town company's potential customer. People in small towns, they typically like local and they like expertise. So I created ad copy that would appeal to both of those things. And this is crucial. Right away, I went ahead and began crafting my negative keyword list just so I could nip some unrelated searches in the butt, because spending less than $20 a day when the cost per click is a little under $10, it is extremely crucial that we are not messing around and we are not wasting any money. So I did some industry research and I came up with some broad negative keywords such as paver stone, concrete, DIY, how to, how much, backyard, landscaping, etc., just to protect as much spend as possible. And just to make it clear, this is an asphalt paving company. On top of this, I made them a landing page that is specific for residential driveways and gave them their own form. And I also displayed customer testimonies. I showed off their Google reviews, even showed pictures of the owner on some jobs and, just more pictures of past. So on top of this, I made them their own landing page that was specific for the service of residential driveways. And I displayed their customer testimonies, their Google reviews about the owner, showed pictures of past jobs, showed images of their team, their equipment, and I also displayed their offer, which was a free estimate. To wrap up on the Google Ads side of things, another thing that I did was, in order for me to be a good agency owner and make sure that I'm working with my client the best way possible, I had to set clear expectations on how lead generation works in terms of Google Ads advertising. So I expressed to them that it is important to be calling these leads as soon as possible and get them on the schedule as soon as you can. I had to make it very clear that these people are not referrals or family friends, but they quite literally have no idea who you guys are. So just because someone schedules a free estimate does not mean they trust or know you yet. So I let my client know this just so they were a little bit more prepared that they might have to work a little bit harder and dig a little bit deeper to earn these potential customers' business, as they are still just a random stranger online. After setting all these expectations with my clients and, finding out what we were going to advertise for and setting up their Google Ads campaign to be as successful as possible, using everything I just mentioned to you, I was able to drive this client extreme results, and I look forward to working with them again in the summer of 2025. As always, thank you all for watching, and I hope I was able to provide you some value. Of course, not showing you any sensitive client information, because I would never want to do that to a client. If you want a free Google Ads audit, or you're like, Johnny, you're an expert, I would rather have you run my Google Ads for me, then I have a couple links for you down in the description below. Also, if you're in the health and wellness or the beauty e-commerce industry and you're like, Johnny, I want to learn more from you, I have a couple free PDF courses in the description below as well. Also, as always, if you have any comments, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.